Yo, what's up, beerheads? Today we have a very special beer after a very special man, Kobe Bryant. It's called the Mamba Mentality Double Hazy IPA. We're gonna pour it up. We're gonna give you our thoughts. So check it out. All right, so if you look at the artwork, the graphics on that, it has Kobe Bryant, number 24, legendary double hazy IPA. You know, Mamba Mentality. Also, it's in Spanish too. You know, for all our Spanish-speaking viewers out there.
Legendario.
This beer is coming in at 8.6 ABV, 48 IBUs, so it's not too bitter. For an IPA, it's a hazy IPA, so they're not as bitter.
Legendary Mamba Mentality beer right here, you know, in paying homage to Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. It's been well over a year since his passing. You know, I really respect Attitude Brewing Company for making a beer after Kobe Bryant, you know. As far as accessibility of this beer, so we got this, shout out to Craft Beer Kings out there in the city of, they have two locations, one in the city of El Monte, California, and Whittier, California. So shout out to them. We picked this up in the city of El Monte. They have a lot of really good beers right there. If you're ever in the area, San Gabriel Valley, go check them out. You know, they have a lot of different, really good selection of different craft beers. That you
wide
can check
selection,
out.
yeah.
Very wide selection. If not here, you got to go most likely to San Diego and pick some of this up.
Artwork is great. It's legendary.
Yeah.
Just like,
Artwork
is legendary. Yeah. So crack this.
So as you can see, it's giving a usual hazy IPA color. You know, that orangish, citrusy look.
So who poured it better this time? Obviously not me. Obviously not me. It was a little aggressive there. As far as it looks, I mean, it looks like a bunch of fruit, like mangoes and oranges, and kind of make that. That's what it looks like. I mean, you can't see through it, only at the very bottom, but that's about it.
Typical hazy IPA, you know, very citrusy look to it, very breakfast orange juice type of look.
Exactly.
You know.
All right, so let's get a smell. Very fruity.
Fruity, yep, very fruity.
Very fruity. I mean, these New England hazy IPAs, they're always very, it's like a bouquet of just different aromas.
I get a lot of mango-ish.
Yeah.
Mango, pineapple.
I get more pineapple than mango for me. Some hops, they're not too strong, like, it's not like really resiny or anything like that.
It says right here, melon, lime, and blood orange. That's the flavor profile that's in the description on the artwork. Golden color, yep, just like the jersey.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Let's get it.
All right, cheers.
All right. Cheers, Kobe.
Cheers to Kobe. Yeah.
Okay. For me, it kind of almost feels like I'm drinking a soda.
I get a little more bitterness out of it than citrus aromas, citrus flavors.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of hazy IPAs, like this New England style IPAs. They're a little too sweet for me. I like more bitter, more earthy, more citrusy, resinous
Stone
IPAs.
Type of beers.
Exactly, stone type of beers, like just punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
Get the sweetness too?
I get the sweetness, but as opposed to other hazy IPAs, I get a slight more bitterness with this one than I do taste the citrus flavors.
I definitely agree.
Slightly, not bad.
Although it's like only 48 IBUs, which is not too high for a double of anything. Like when it comes to the IPA family, a double usually means a lot more hops. Alcohol's there, 8.6, so it is a double.
Yeah, you know, that's how Kobe was, man. He was sweet, but that dude will tear you apart on the basketball court.
Exactly. So I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah,
this beer makes sense.
Sweet, but it'll tear you apart. So let's talk a little bit about Kobe Bryant, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Kobe Bryant. I mean, dude, he was the icon, the NBA icon in our generation. You know, we're millennials, so you know, growing up in the 2000s, all we would see was Kobe Bryant just tearing dudes up on the court, left and right. You know, hogging the ball. He meant a lot to our generation, and our people, especially people of color, really meant a lot. You know, he made a really big influence on us. But as far as my memories of Kobe Bryant, the house that I was growing up in, when we were neighbors, I get a lot of memories of watching Kobe Bryant in that house on basketball games as a kid.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you can't forget the numbers 8 and 24. He made a huge impact, you know, on everything. And it's, you know, sad part about that is, you know, people don't really realize that until somebody passes, how much of an impact they made. But he made a really big impact. A very stand-up guy, very dignified. He really cared about the people rather than just fortune and fame. Kobe Bryant is the man of our generation. I remember even the day that he passed last year, my dad was even telling me that. He was telling me, he's all, hey man, like that's crazy, that's a big deal. Like he was really big in your generation. Lakers, man, you know, especially being Los Angeles Lakers, we're both from Los Angeles, so you know, that made a really big hit out here, especially when everybody was gathering at the Staples Center.
Yeah. As far as Kobe Bryant, I mainly get as far as, you know, the younger self. I imagine him coming out the basketball court, you know, with that swag, just coming out and just crossing, you know, people over in that fro, just that iconic fro, him just, you know, kind of doing like some Jordan-esque type of things, but, you know, his own style, completely different. I've never really been into basketball like that, but he was just an icon. The guy spoke like, what, 3 languages, Italian, English, and I think Spanish, and he meant a lot to California, especially LA. I mean, Kobe just impacted a lot of people, and you know, and it's true what he says, you know, once someone goes, when someone dies, then we start remembering, then we start acknowledging all the accomplishments that they've done. Kind of like Nipsey Hussle, you know? He was doing a lot for the community. Once he died, now everyone realized what he was actually doing behind the scenes, you know? Same thing with Kobe. So, what do you think of the beer overall?
So like I said, I love Hazy. I love Hazy IPAs, so that's good for me. You know, I do get a lot of citrus taste to it, but I also get a little more of the bitter side to it, and I'm more of a, you know, I like a mix of both, but I'm more of a citrusy type of guy when it comes to drinking beers.
I'm not the biggest fan of Hazy IPAs, like, you know, I've already said that before. It's just one of those things that I like more, you know, bitter, much more of that. So what's your grade on this?
Okay, so as far as what I'm gonna grade this on, I'm gonna give this beer a 7 out of 10, slightly above average. You know, I'll drink this anytime, any day. I'll live off of this if I have to. Really good beer. It gives you a very nice punch when you first crack that beer open and pour it up and take a sip. Really good. The bitterness kind of overtakes a little bit of the citrusy, which is my personal preference in a beer. I like very citrusy beer, so it kind of overpowers it a little bit, maybe like that much, not even that much. But
I'm gonna have to give this beer a 6 out of 10. It's not anything super mesmerizing. The flavor profile, kind of try a little hard to find the different flavors that you get. You get more bitterness up front, then you get the citrus on that, so it comes in layers, and then the finish on it leaves behind like mango, pineapple, like that type of fruit. That's our take on that. That's what, you know, we think.
Urban Beer Heads recommends this beer. Mamba Mentality, legendary double hazy IPA. Really good beer. Highly recommend that you pick it up from Craft Beer Kings out here in the city of Whittier, in the city of El Monte. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on our content, and make sure you follow us on Instagram at Urban Beer Heads, and keep up with our upcoming content for the next few weeks. We'll see you there.